Good morning, class 9th. Today we will continue chapter climate from geography, and for this you have to open page number 30. And previously we had discussed about the factors affecting India's climate, and we had discussed about latitude, altitude, pressure and winds, the Indian monsoon, the onset of monsoon and withdrawal. Now, today we will be repeating first the mechanism of the monsoon, the following facts which are related to the mechanism of monsoon. The first fact is, like we know that India is bounded with both land and water, and I told you that when sun rises, the land get heated up faster, and the air above the land also get heated up faster, because we know the particles of land, they are very close to each other, and the water, I'm talking about sea water, it takes time to get heated up because the particles of liquid, they are far from each other. So the air above the water will take time to get heated up. So let me talk about land and water. Above the land there will be low pressure area, because the air particles, they have moved apart because of differential heating of land. Whereas above water, where the particles take time to get heated up as they are far from each other, will still have high pressure. Now what will happen? We know that there will be like difference in low pressure and high pressure, and we know the air will move from high pressure area to low pressure area, and this is going to create the movement of wind. Is it clear? Now let's talk about the second fact, that is the shift of the position of intertropical convergence zone. Before we start with this topic, we should know what this ITCZ refers to. Now this ITCZ is a broad trough-like structure. Trough, you all know, is a big vessel. This trough is bounded with low pressure. This is a low pressure area in equatorial latitude. That means it is near equator, and this is the place where the northeast and the southeast trade winds converge. That means the wind from the north region, the wind from the south region, they meet together. Converge means they strike together. Okay, and they this zone lies parallel to the equator. If suppose this is equator, then this wind will be parallel to the equator, but it moves north or south with the movement of sun. Is it clear? But the wind will blow as the sun will move. Is it clear? Because you know the earth keeps on moving, and with the earth movement, because there will be no place where there will be an adequate amount of heat every time. The sun heat, it is distributed because the earth keep on moving around the sun, and this is going to create the movement of the wind from north or south. Is it clear? So what ITCZ is clearly given here. You all can see this is ITCZ, and you all can read it if you haven't understood. Okay. Now let's move on to the third fact, that is the presence of high pressure area in the east of Madagascar. And this high pressure area is round about at 20 degrees south over the Indian Ocean, and the intensity and position of the high pressure area affect the Indian monsoon. So this is the third way by which the monsoon of India get affected up. Okay. Now next one is the Tibetan Plateau, which gets intensely heated during summer, which result in the strong vertical air currents and the formation of low pressure over the plateau, especially at about 9 kilometer above the sea level. Next is the movement of westerly jet stream to the north of the Himalayas and the presence of tropical easterly jet stream over the Indian peninsula. Now, what happened due to this? The easterly jet stream is available in the tropical area. Okay, and this is the place where Indian peninsula is there. In India, we know above the equator it is subtropical, and below the equator it is tropical area. And we had discussed about that in tropical area, eastern jet stream lies, and this affects the monsoon in the peninsular region of India. Okay, and you know what is peninsular area? The area which is surrounded by water from three sides. Okay, now let's move on to the next topic, that is the onset of the monsoon and withdrawal. The monsoon, unlike the trades, are not steady winds but are pulsating in nature. We know that monsoon are what kind of wind? The winds which are not same, which keeps on changing. They are pulsating, affected by different atmospheric conditions encountered by it. On its way over the warm tropical seas, the duration of monsoon is about 100 to 120 days from early June to mid September. And what is the time when we receive the monsoon? We receive it for 100 to 120 days, and this happens in the early June till mid of September. Is it clear? So this is the time when there is when we receive the enormous rain, and it continuously keeps on taking place, and when we get heavy rain we call it burst. This situation is called as burst. You all can see this term over here under this heading. This is called burst. Okay, the monsoon arrives at the southern tip of the Indian peninsula generally by the first week of June. Subsequently, it proceeds into two, the Arabian Sea branch and the Bay of Bengal branch. The Arabian Sea branch reaches Mumbai about 10 days later on, approximately 10th of June. Now look at here everyone, this is suppose the peninsular part, and we all know that Arabian Sea lies on the west part of our country. Like this part is occupied by Arabian Sea, and this right part, that is the east part, is occupied by Bay of Bengal. So when the monsoon arrives at the southern tip of Indian peninsula by the first week of June, it proceeds into two parts, that is Arabian Sea branch and Bay of Bengal branch. Okay, the Arabian Sea branch reaches Mumbai. You know Mumbai also lies on the west side, so this monsoon winds will go towards Mumbai, and this will happen within 10 days after the 10th June. This is a fairly rapid advance, and the Bay of Bengal branch also advances rapidly and arrives in Assam. These monsoon winds will go towards Assam. As you know, Assam lies in the east side. Okay, that is on the northeast side. The lofty mountains causes the monsoon wind to deflect towards the west, and you all know on the east side we have the mountains also. So here the winds will strike and they will be deflected towards the west part. Okay. Now, when these winds will deflect towards the west over the Ganga plain, by mid-June, the Arabian Sea branch of the monsoon arrives over Saurashtra, Kutch and the central part of the country. And you will see that these winds. So let us discuss about the seasons which happens due to monsoon. Okay, as we know, in India we have monsoon type of climate. So it is characterized by distinct season pattern. The weather condition change from one season to another. So basically, how many types of season we have? We have 4 types of seasons. The first season is the cold weather, which is also called as winter season. Okay. What are the special features of the winter season? Let us discuss. It begins from mid-November winter season begins from mid-November in northern India and stay till February. Okay, so we have winter season from November, mid of November till February. December and January, we know that they are the coldest month in the northern part of India. Now, where do we live? We also live in northern part. That's why we observe very cold weather in the month of December and January, and that's why we get winter break also that time. Is it, children? Okay. The temperature decreases from south to north. The average temperature of Chennai on the eastern coast is about 24 degree Celsius to 25 degree Celsius. That means if we will go Chennai at this time, we will not feel much of cold, because we observe very less temperature when we observe winters. Okay. And if we talk about the northern plain, it ranges 10 degree Celsius to 15 degrees Celsius. So there is a big temperature variation in south and in north, isn't it? In north we have observed very less temperature, whereas in south it is 24 degrees Celsius to 25 degrees Celsius. We also observe that days are warm and nights are cold. Okay. Frost is common in the north. Yes, this is also a fact that we observe frost. Frost, you all know, like a lot of mist we observe during the night, isn't it? And even we all know that when we go for outing, and if we are traveling at night, we observe a lot of mist, and that's why like many accidents happen. Even the flights, they get delayed because of heavy mist, isn't it? And in the higher slopes of Himalayas, there is snowfall, isn't it, children? Snowfall is also observed at high altitude. During this season, the northeast trade winds prevail over the country. What type of wind we observe? They are northeast winds. Is it clear? They blow from land to sea, and hence for most part of the country it is a dry season. You all know that in winter season we observe dry skin. Why it happens? Because the wind is blowing from land to sea, not from sea to land. If the wind is blowing from sea to land, then we must be having moisture in the air, and like there is no problem of skin dry. but when the winds they blow from land to sea, we observe dry wind. Some amount of rainfall occurs on the Tamil Nadu coast from these winds, as here they blow from sea to land. But in Tamil Nadu, what happens? We know that it is a peninsular part of our country. There, the winds, they blow from sea to land. And that's why, because we know that above the sea, there is a high pressure area. And on the land, it is low pressure area. So, there we observe that some moisture is brought by the wind on the land. That's why some rain is also observed in the cold weather in the range of Tamil Nadu. In the northern part of the country, there is a little high pressure region develops with light wind moving toward. The weather is normally marked by clear sky. We know that in cold weather, almost the sky is clear, temperature is fairly low, and humidity is very less. There is a characteristic feature of the cold weather season over the northern plain in the inflow of cyclonic disturbances from the west to the northeast. These low pressure system originates over Mediterranean Sea and Western Asia and move into India. Okay, they cause the much needed winter rains over the plain and snowfall in the mountain. Now, the total amount of winter rainfall locally known as Mahavat. If you will read this paragraph, you will get this term that locally the total amount of winter rainfall is called Mahavat. Okay, they are immense. They are of like lot of importance because they help in the growth of rabi crops. So, what are rabi crops? The crops which are grown in winter season, okay, like wheat and all. The peninsular region does not have a well-defined cold season because we know in peninsular region the temperature is almost same throughout the year. This is just because of the moisture. There is hardly any noticeable seasonal change in temperature. Okay, during winter, due to moderating influence of the sea. It is why in southern part of our country we observe very little variation in temperature. This is just because of sea. So, this much for today, children. You have to read till the cold weather season, winter, and next turn we will finish this chapter and we will move toward question answers. And children, I hope you all are fine and you are not having any kind of doubts. This video is made because many of you did not attend class in the previous session. But next turn, that means on Wednesday, we will be having virtual class. Thank you for today. Have a nice day.